Sorry. Dink.
Tink.
All right.
I actually know a guy who goes by Tink.
That is not something I would broadcast.
He didn't care.
Tink is interesting.
Mm-hmm. He is an interesting individual. Very nice guy, though.
I would say. All right. So let's see. It looks like we're going live. And checking on the screen. Hey, folks. Welcome to the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. I'm your host, Andy HeadHardHat Smith, and I am here with the wonderful wife, Amy. And why is this not doing anything yet?
I don't know. Refresh. That's what you tell everybody else to do.
Yes.
Actually, you know what? My favorite IT person that's quitting now.
Is that's got to be a rough way for people to be associated with you. It's the person that's being replaced. There we go.
She says, we were talking about my copier. She says, just reboot the thing and kick it twice.
There you go. That's proper IT technique.
All right. That's why I love you.
All right. So, okay, we are streaming. Hey, folks, welcome to the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast Patron Pre-Show. Yeehaw. Glad that you're here. And, we've got a lot of things going on. I got a couple of things I still have to do here, which is the whole purpose behind the pre-show. It's the show before the show.
He's always busy.
This is basically getting all the stuff ready for the show, making sure everything's set up and we're recording okay and all the doohickeys and whatchamacallits are doing whatever they're supposed to be doing. So that's what I'm doing there. And I still need to get two things set up. Now, it was funny. Gosh. It was, I can't get everything all the time. It's like,
you won't let me touch anything in here, so I can't help you.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
See, so I can't help him.
Right, exactly. So let me see if I can bring this up here. I had an interesting conversation in the elevator at work today. We were going up, me and two other people.
Should I be concerned?
No, I was with two other people that were on other floors, and the one woman sat there and she looked at her phone and she and
see, now I immediately assume it's a child.
No.
Okay.
Worse, Android.
Oh, and Lollipoop.
Yes, and the guy next to her, who also none of us were really acquainted with each other, and he said, "Oh man, mine has shut down 3 times, and I'm really getting sick of this." And that's when I said, "Yeah, Lollipoop sucks." And they both laughed, and she said, "Yeah, this shut down on me again." The guy goes, "Does your battery drain like there's no tomorrow?"
Yes.
I said, "Yes." "Does it shut down things all the time that you really don't even know are running?" Yes. I said, "Welcome to Lollipoop." And
yes.
So that's where that went.
It actually will shut down. I can be texting somebody and It will just shut it down.
Yes.
I'm like, really? I was not done.
Yes.
And I don't care if you think I should be done or not. It is not up to you.
That's right.
It's my decision.
It is. So
Lollipoop.
Yes. So I am not happy with Lollipoop at all. And let's see, 109 was last week. So I'm just setting up the email count here so I can find out how many people actually.
Gray Wolf's here.
Well, that's awesome. Welcome. Yeah, a lot of good stuff. Tonight's episode was brought to you, and I don't. I've tried to.
Not really. Sorry, it just popped in my head.
I have no idea where that came from.
I don't either. I really don't.
Yes. How many people we got in this one?
I don't know. 3. I don't know.
Wow, a lot more than I thought. A whole lot more than I thought. Okay. Holy cow.
All right. Somebody in our chat room got laughed at all week last week because of you.
What did I do?
You called him a girl.
I called him a girl?
Yes.
Who do I need to apologize to?
He got laughed at all week last week by his wife because you called him a girl.
Was it Memphis Mafia?
Oh, no, but that would be funny.
That would be funny.
His wife laughs at him for
we
many other reasons.
The whole family's great.
Yeah, he gets laughed at for many other reasons.
Who did I call a girl?
Caching Carolina. You called him Caching Caroline.
Now, there's a reason for this, all right?
You misread?
I misread.
Yes.
Because I can't see.
Right.
And 2, I have a granddaughter named Caroline. So what I saw there registered as
Caroline.
So I apologize, sir, profusely.
I heard him say Caroline. I was like, oh, that's not right.
Yes. Now, if you did not know, Dave Kent, who used to live
he
here,
said, I'm a dude.
I totally acknowledge you, sir, as being a dude.
Okay, so my sister-in-law has a thing that every time he messes up, or she wants me to do something, or he gives her a hard time or something, she requests something. And what does she request me to do?
Pull my beard.
Yes. So
wow, we got a lot this week. So that's wow. Yes, that works.
That's for you.
Thank you, Caching Caroline.
See, Mafia wife says I laugh at him for less than that.
That's easy to do. So, I miscounted again. All right, I now forgot what I discounted.
Dude, he misreads, he miscounts.
I am fallible.
Should I run?
Yes.
The show?
No, just run. But that's
all right.
how it is.
You told me I couldn't quit.
Yeah, but Dave Kent, who was a radio personality here on the morning show for I want to say WRDU. Thank you.
Yes.
He was the morning host for Raleigh for quite a while. Well, they moved up to Minnesota last year or so, and he was Carolina Cacher, so that even flips it even more. I'm just saying, this is just a coincidence, and I'm just filling time because I got to recount these. So hang on a second.
Because he can't count.
Because now I got to count back how many we got, because we got a lot of people for the Cash Dash this week.
That's awesome.
Well, we got a heck of a prize for that Pica GeoCoin.
Should we call Grayson and have him count with you? Grayson is my
I'm going to get through this.
almost 3-year-old nephew. Grayson will be 3 in June.
Okay, I've got it.
Can you imagine?
Yes, I know.
This time has gone by so fast.
It does. It goes quick. It goes by.
He can't be 3.
You can't?
No, I won't allow it.
Oh, I see. That's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate. I tried to squeeze him so he would stay little. He is not staying little.
And he wriggles a lot.
He does.
If you try squeezing, that's
yeah, he screeches when you do that.
Yeah, he kind of does.
Abby likes it though.
Yeah, she likes to giggles. Be squeezed. All right. Yeah. So we've got that set up.
I got a picture of her sleeping today.
Did you?
Yeah, she's changed again.
They do that.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, I got to take time off work so I can go see him again. So I literally may take some time off work.
You are such the aunt.
Yeah, no, I mean, I got to take time off work so I can go see him again.
All right, so this is set up. Yay. I love it when things are set up.
The orange. Okay, the orange over here are thwackers.
Oh, we have people asking what the thwackers are?
No.
Okay.
Let me talk.
I will let you talk. I'm going to have some coffee.
Yes. The orange over here are thwackers.
Yes.
And those are some fake 2x4s that I beat him with periodically.
Made out of foam because the real ones hurt. Shut up, no. I'm counting the amount of time.
Now, this is just a traffic vest that happens to have Ceto on it.
Which you can purchase at the geocaching.com store for $9.99. I looked it up last night for Ceto.
Okay.
There you can go.
Very nice.
That was actually a gift from Groundspeak / geocaching.com. And they gave that to us with a bunch of other goodies that we've shown over the past year or so. And I liked it so much, and it's nice and colorful and stuff that I put it on the wall for us. But yeah, that's a Ceto vest.
And it takes up space that was aggravating him.
Yes.
I would have personally stretched out the coins to make them a little more.
Well, we need two new
whatever.
boxes, because the boxes we have behind us are full. We have other GeoCoins waiting to go in. This is the Mogo 2015 GeoCoin that was given to us. And so, yeah, they probably will get put up there somewhere somehow. But we now have to have 2 boxes because she has her GeoCoins. I have my GeoCoins, and they're all going up on the wall. So that's how that's going.
Yeah.
So should we?
You have to share.
Yeah, that's in my vocabulary.
You're learning.
I'm trying. Yes,
Yes, you are.
So we are now caught up with all this stuff. Welcome to the GeoSnippits. I liked it better when you were at the other place. I'm just saying. I had more room.
Yeah.
I wasn't getting poked or prodded.
They
or
like
pinched.
it better when I'm here.
Yeah, I
Mafia
know.
wife does anyway.
I know. But yeah, tonight's episode is actually brought to us courtesy.
It's hot in here.
We've got the window open. We courtesy. I sit there and talking, and she'll just say squirrel, and it's like, what? What do you do with that? But I try to come up with stuff, but that snappy repertoire is just not as good as it used to was. Anyways, like I was saying, Team Pugach, who Dano put in a suggestion, I think it was last week or so, and said, hey, would you mind doing a show about family geocaching? And we actually haven't done one since like early when we first started GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. So yeah, I thought that would be a good idea, because it is now. Oh baby, you're hot.
I am. I'm sweating.
Yeah, that's how it goes. But it's going to be a good episode. A lot of good advice. And if you have advice that you would like to share about your family adventures, things that you bring along, and tips that you think are beneficial, click on the question and answer thing. If you're watching the video live, click on the little thing at the bottom that says if you want to participate, and that will bring up our question and answer section.
I have an idea.
And you will interrupt me very nicely.
Yes, because it's a really, really good idea.
What's that? I
think you should share a picture of the path tag with the patrons in the pre-show, with the pre-show people.
I was going to get to that. Thank you for bringing that up. We have stuff coming. So anyways, we want to thank Dano from Team Pugach for bringing in the show suggestion tonight, because it was a good one, and brings up a lot of memories. Lots of cool stuff that we had going on as far as family memories. Lots of stuff that we do and did in the past that was cool. But if you want to put in your suggestions in the question and answer area, or in our chat room, which is going live right now on geosnippets.com, just go to the GS Reboot section for our live viewing area and put your suggestions in there, and we will bring them up while we do the show. But again, thank you to Dano from Team Pugach for the suggestion for tonight's show. Good stuff.
His wife wants thwackers.
We are going to have now think about this.
I'm gonna, you know what? I'm bringing them to Woodstock.
We don't have room to put thwackers. We might have enough for a few, but we don't. We have cases. I'm
bringing thwackers to Woodstock.
If you ever, I don't know if there's anything.
I don't care if I have to strap them to the hood.
If
they're coming to Woodstock.
I have a better suggestion. Let me get to that in a moment too. What happens with this? See, our pre-show is just packed with stuff. There's so much we can't barely talk because the other one keeps talking. Anyways, if
you listen to me.
Yeah, right. So anyways,
don't make me go get pistachio.
The thwackers, if you look up the Hard Hat Brotherhood, which I used to be the HeadHardHat, that was a men's group that was very similar to the Red Hat Society. And those are tell the
whole story.
No, I'm not going to tell the whole story. The thwackers was a suggestion by somebody to say we need a foam 2x4 type foam finger type thing that we could have, that if the significant others really wanted to beat on us because we're men, let them hit us with those. It saves on the emergency bills. So that's what we invented. We invented the thwacker. It's about 2.5 feet long, 2 feet long, and it's in the shape of a 2x4. And of course, it says, if you read on the thing there, it says the thwacker. And those were really popular. We got tons of them from back from the HeadHardHat days. Now, this is my suggestion.
They're going to every event.
They were talking. We got other stuff for that too. We were talking. I shouldn't say we were. Sonny and Sandy were talking about WWFM 12, which will be coming out very shortly. And they were talking about the different things, the weird stuff that people have done at these flash mobs. And so what I thought would be cool, instead of doing the pillow fight.
Oh, do the thwacker fight.
Do a thwacker fight.
Oh, and you get to take your thwacker home.
And you get to take your thwacker home.
You have to take your thwacker home.
We will insist.
I insist. Please.
So I think we should hold a WWFM
Thwacker event.
I think we should do it at
Bass Lake.
Bass Lake.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, well, I was thinking Lake Benson, but okay.
I mean, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. I had the picture of Benson Lake in my head.
Either at White Deer Park or Lake Benson.
I think Lake Benson would be better.
Would be awesome, and we'll see how many people we can get there, and we will just have people just show up and just have a thwacker. Because I was
thwack themselves silly.
I was thinking Star Wars, so it kind of got into the well, they're kind of like lightsabers. And I said, out of heck with it, we'll just do a thwackers. Just beat each other.
The kids can't hurt each other. Give them.
Let them go.
Let them go.
Yeah, I think it's going to be fun. So we'll have a thwacker fight.
That
will make some fun. So
oh my gosh,
I
think Grayson would like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This will be a riot.
They don't even know what geocaching is. Flash mob
doesn't matter.
But it doesn't
They'll
matter.
find out.
He doesn't care.
This will be a riot.
He doesn't even care.
So I think that's what we're going to do. And so the weekend of the flash mob.
13th, I think.
May, I think.
I thought it was June.
Is it June? I'll figure it out. I'll find it. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to have an event.
If my phone will allow me, I will Google it.
But yes, it was very interesting to having three people in the. We brought it all the way back. Three people that did not know each other, all had Galaxy S5 phones, and all were completely disgusted with Lollipop. So
well, yeah, because it's terrible.
Yes. So, and I always
June
love
13th.
Okay, that's perfect. That'll be perfect.
I was right.
You were absolutely right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You are the best.
Yes.
So, anyways, yeah, to have three people that were just completely disgusted with Lollipop at the same time in an elevator and watching the thing, crap out, for lack of technology terms.
Thwacker.
Darth Thwacker. So yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna have that because we got tons of them, and it would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. So that's what we're gonna plan.
And we'll hand them out to people as they walk by and say, "Hey, you want to get in on this?"
That's right. We'll take video. We'll have fun.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Because we literally have cases.
We have cases.
And cases.
Giant boxes.
These giant boxes that are stacked like 8 deep have 172 thwackers in each one.
Yeah. I'm like, you got how many boxes?
Yeah. We got a few. We got a few. So yeah.
Give them out till they're gone.
I'll tell you what though.
Here, kid, you want a thwacker?
The cool thing about it is they make great insulation. They're great for packing. It's awesome.
All right. Fair enough,
there are a lot of uses for thwackers. So yeah, that was the old days.
That's an awesome idea.
Yes.
Good job.
Thank you. I come up with them every once in a while, so that's what we'll do.
I'm still thinking.
I was still thinking about Thwack-a-Cache, Thwack-a-Mole. We got to think of something. Whack-a-thwack.
Whack-a-thwack.
Whack-a-thwacker. I love it. Whack-a-thwacker. That's catchy. I like that. So that'll be our WWFM 12.
Take a whack-a-Andy.
Take a whack-a-Andy. Oh, thanks. Here we go. Now
I saw something on.
We take it personal now.
No, Steel Magnolias today, and so it reminded me of take a whack-a-weasel. So.
All right, well.
I don't know. I digress again.
You do. All right, we got a few minutes left. By the way, they're saying, when are they going to actually talk about
patron goal?
Huh?
That could be a new patron goal.
Yeah, really. That would be fun.
How many whacks can Andy take? Let's find out.
Let's wait for a little bit. Let's hold off for just a smidge. So you want to see them? I'll show you yours if you show me mine.
Hey, family show.
Or something like that. We have in our possession, and some of them are actually getting shipped as we speak.
Not as we speak, really, but
close enough.
Close, yeah.
Yeah, the envelopes are prepared. We're just waiting for your.
He's actually.
They're all set. It's all. We're ready.
Yeah.
All I got to do is put a stamp on it and send them.
Yeah.
So we have. Want to see them? I'll show you. You get a sneak peek. This. Let me get it so that you can see it. This, the size of a quarter, is the patron path tag.
Yep.
Dun, 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 dun.
Finally
got them in.
It looks really good.
They're awesome. It's great.
Yeah.
and it's perfect. I really do like them. These are awesome.
Yeah.
So they
and
are.
The little patron symbol in the middle
is really visible.
It really looks
a lot
nice.
of detail. Yeah. So it's awesome. It's ready, and they are getting shipped out. We sent out an email to the patrons to have you send your address into us. Just respond to the emails, and as we get them in, we will ship them out. Geothwacking, I love it.
Yes.
All right, keep them coming. We've got that. Now, we also have, that's also included, I said, until we actually receive the path tag. So up to this point, if you signed up for the patron program, and a bunch did, if you signed up for the patron program before we actually received the path tags, you would also receive, besides the patron path tag, you would also receive Team Hard Hat, our 2015 path tag.
Little bit strip.
The little bit strip of Amy and myself. It's really cute. It says Team Hard Hat on it, and it's got 2015 at the bottom. They're really cute. I was very surprised.
One every year.
We're going to make one every year. And this is 2015. So if you got your registration in for Patreon before like Thursday, you actually you receive both of those. You get
Wednesday or Thursday?
Or actually like Tuesday, I think it was. You get both. You get the patron path tag, and you get the Team Hard Hat path tag, which we will be trading at Geo Woodstock. And then now from this point on, if you become a patron, you get a path tag, just like it says in the reward system. So that's how that works. And we have a bunch left. I actually got to order more because we've got a lot of patrons. So we've got.
Do you really?
Yeah. So we got the intro kit, which I think it came with a whole bunch of them, but we've got extras. We got a couple extras left. So don't worry, if you want to become a patron, you'll get the patron path tag right away. But I do need to order some more.
Okay.
So we have that. And then we've got a boatload of Team Hard Hat. So we're going to take that, and we're going to Geo Woodstock, and there's a special section that's going to be right in the pavilion or nearby the pavilion that is made right for path tag trading. That's the whole thing, is to trade path tags. So we're going to be going gonzo with that. And we're also going to try something else that I think will be kind of neat too. If you want to have your path tag up on our collection, because a lot of times people send this.
This is new.
Well,
and you'll blame me for not making the meeting.
No, not this time. But we've had several people over the past couple of weeks say, "Hey, by the way, I see your collection. Can you add mine to it? Because I have a whole picture frame right here ready to fill up with path tags that we will fill up with path tags, because I can't just say me anymore. She just says." So, anyways, if you want
I want my own frame.
You have one. We've got one for you already.
I know.
So that's what we're going to do.
Yes.
So anyways, if you want your path tag part of our collection, we will come up with a way of putting it into there, so that all you got to do is just send to gsreboot@gmail.com, and we'll tell you our address, and you can send it to us. And I've also been thinking about, and I want to know your opinion, you fine folks out there, if we did a 50-50 on path tags, would you be interested in doing this? Now, this is how this works. If you send 2 path tags, all right, or maybe it's 1. We'll have to figure it out. But the way I want to do this.
It's your idea. How come you don't know how it works?
Because I just thought of it. Is this a cool idea? If we had it so that you send in a path tag, all right, and we collect all the path tags over, say, 2 months, and say everybody, because it's going to take some time for people to get their path tags and go that way. If you send a path tag to us, and we put, and this is where I thought 2 would be cool, because part of it would go into the collection and part of it would go into the prize. The idea is you take half the path tags that we collect, and we put those in the collection,
and somebody wins all the path
and the other
tags.
half, somebody wins the whole collection of whatever we get in for that. Kind of like a 50-50 drawing,
like they did at the going caching event.
Yeah, I think that would be kind of a cool thing to do. Let me know. Send a message or send a message to us, either gsreboot@gmail.com or through the social medias. Let us know if you would be interested in doing a path tag 50-50. And then that way, some of it goes to the collection, the rest of it goes as a prize to one individual, or break it up, and if there's that many of them, into a couple of prizes. And give it to them.
Yeah, I mean, I think a couple prizes would be okay.
Yep. Now, we're also seeing in the chat room somebody saying new patron goal. Okay, this is it. We had to wait until you're getting this early. We got a few minutes before we're going to start, but we'll bring this up later on as well. We had to wait till the path tags. We felt so bad it took so long for them to get the darn path tag made and sent to us. We had another idea that we want to try, and we're going to see if you guys are interested. We've put out with some of the major geocoin makers quotes for what it would cost to have X number of geocoins made. If we did one of those, and I'm trying to think of what that program is. What's the program where you're starting out a new business and your Kickstarter? If we put out a Kickstarter-like program that says, if we can get a goal of, and it's going to probably be about $1,500 for the number of geocoins to have made. If we got the $1,500, anybody that puts in X number of dollars to the Kickstarter is guaranteed a coin. Would you be interested in doing that? And make it that way. So that's one of the goals that I was thinking that we could go with that. So again,
because we want to get people stuff.
Yeah, we want to give you good stuff, and GeoSnippits Reboot is a definite awesome brand, and and we want to get you out.
And we get you prizes and things, but we want to get you other stuff too.
Yeah, unique things.
Yeah. That nobody else has.
That nobody else has. Right. So that's where we're at with that. So that's what we've got. This is the pre-show. We a half hour blows by and all the cool things that go through, and you learn a lot of stuff. So let us know what you think. I think it would be awesome. Mm-hmm. I'm going to start up over here the question and answer part. If you have a suggestion for your tips for camping and taking the family out, or not just camping, but just geocaching, taking the family out, click on the little part on the bottom of the video that says if you want to become part of the, matter of fact, I'll get the actual wording right here. Click here to join the audience for the Hangout. If you click on that, basically you open up into the question and answer area, and you can put questions in through your computer and just give us tips of what you want to do for and how you take the family out for you, that things that work, don't work, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And we will include it into our notes with the show. Also, Miss Amy, as always, is monitoring the chat room. And we'll get stuff from there, and she can let us know as things come in that way. So yeah, that's everything. We got a lot of stuff going. I think we're about ready to rock and roll, and I think it's about time. What do you think? Mm-hmm. All right, so let me get this ready here, and I think we're about ready to rock and roll. This is awesome. Man. All right, sit back, relax, get your favorite snack, your favorite libation. The GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast is going to be coming at you once I get
to change the thing.
Yeah, I'm going to put that up right now in just a second, because that's how we roll. That's all the beauty of doing live. All right, there's that, and there's that, and then it'll say ding. Oh, it worked. I love it. All right, folks, here we go. GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. The GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast is a proud member of the Tech Podcast Network. If it's tech, it's here. Welcome to the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. I'm your host, Andy HeadHardHat Smith, and I'm with the wonderful, the witty, the choking wife Amy, who is bound and determined to try to mess me up with things that you've heard me say a gazillion times.
Yeah.
Can I help you?
No.
Can we, the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast universe, help you?
No.
All right. You might want to take a drink for that cough. I'm just saying.
No, I'm good.
All right. She just wants to mess me up. That's all part of it. Marriage. Wow.
Have fun still being together.
Yes. Good stuff. Love the Princess Bride. Anyways.
We need to watch that.
Oh, yeah. April 23rd, 2015. And there's 16 different one-liners that just went off in my head at the same time.
I don't think that means what you think that means.
You are the Brute Squad. All right. Moving forward, it's April 23rd, 2015. Next hour or so, both co-host Amy, Andre the Giant, HeadHardHatress, and I will bring you some interesting information and tidbits about the game, the sport, yes, the obsession known as geocaching. Banter, we got loads of that.
Yeah, I go for days.
Good stuff coming out. Yep. Good stuff going on. Geocaching-wise, it's been very wild. Had a lot of thunderstorms and stuff pounded through this week. Yesterday, the skies parted, and that's with a P, and had a great time. I went out for a lunchtime geocache and actually found a place. You know, you hear it a million times that you never knew it was there unless you went looking for this particular geocache. And same thing happened here. There's a spot about 4 or 5 miles from where I work, and it's along one of the rivers that goes through Raleigh. And it is called Lassiter Mill, is what the old property that used to be there. It's now a park, and they now call it Lassiter Falls. And where the falls are is where the mill actually had the water wheel and the whole shot going on for that. And the falls themselves, very powerful, a lot bigger than I thought they were going to be. And it's just an extremely scenic, wonderful site to go and visit. Middle of nowhere, had no idea it was there. You get off this one road and boom, you're right into this well-cut park. There's like $1 million homes up, hanging, looming up above. It's just beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, a place I never knew was there, and just a fantastic place. And I plan on going and spending some lunchtime there other times just to enjoy the scenery. It's that pretty. Let's see, Ingress hit a milestone. Dun, 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 dun. I am that close of level 8 in Ingress. I've got over 1 million points now. I never in my wildest dream thought I would play this thing enough to actually get over 1 million points. And so now I'm like less than 200,000 to get my 8th level, and then who knows what'll happen after that. Part of the fun. Mm-hmm. So that's how that went. Miss Amy has some information that you might want to be aware of this weekend.
Well, everybody knows this ETO's this weekend.
Yes.
It starts tomorrow. Yeah. Tomorrow through the 27th, which is Monday.
Yes.
So there's several events in your area, I'm sure. So get signed up for one of those.
Yeah, be sure to check it out and go out and get that souvenir for Cito. And I think we actually have 2. I'm going to look a little more. I think there's one other event that we might.
You really got to tell me when you want to sign us up for stuff.
Well, I haven't actually done it yet. I want to see which ones are more palatable, because you, my dear, are
Don't
not
even
the
go
most
there.
nature friendly.
Don't even go there.
Yeah. Andy, go first so that the spider webs get taken by you.
Yeah, I don't like spiders.
So we'll see what happens. Anyways, lots of good stuff coming up this weekend. Make sure you go out there and get your Cacao souvenir. Cito, I love it. Good stuff. So you say to yourself, wow, what a really, really great pre-show. And lots of interesting information we got out of there, and tidbits, and holy cow, really, really cool stuff. How do we get in touch with Amy and Andy? How do we learn more about the show? How do we get everything that we possibly can from the social media network that is out there in the internet? Well, it's very simple. All you have to do to watch the live feed and join the chat room is by going to www.geosnippits.com on Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And yes, we have the window open, so if you hear motorcycles and stuff.
Yes, a motorcycle. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it keeps the studio a lot cooler.
Really?
Whatever. Yeah, it's a lot better than it would be. So don't get me started. That means a whole different thing. So yeah, it's you can get in touch with us at geosnippets.com on Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. We also have our social media links right on geosnippets.com and geosnippetsreboot.com. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel anytime we have a podcast, anytime we have a video vlog, anything that we do that deals with YouTube.
Easy for you to say.
Once I try to do it, and once they're published, they go right into your subscription boxes, and you can find them right there instead of having to go out and fumble around trying to find them. Makes it very easy for you. Also, please make sure that you get us in your Google Plus circles as well. Amy does a lot of stuff on Facebook, and I put a few things out there as well. We do Twitter. So all the social media networks are covered, but Google Plus is where we get a lot of information from fellow geocachers as far as information. And when we have questions about that we need to find out from actual geocachers, we do a lot of that through Google Plus. So please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel for HeadHardHat, and you also put us in your circles for Google Plus. We'd greatly appreciate it. Finally, we have our voicemail line where you can call in your questions, your comments, your suggestions by calling 919-341-9519. Or if you go over to the GeoSnippits website, on the right-hand side is our Send Voicemail tab. If you have your smartphone, your tablet, your laptop, your computer with a microphone, click on there and you get up to 3 minutes to put in a voice mail to us with anything that you want to talk about with the show, milestones, anything that you would want to see more of or less of in the show, suggestions for shows like we have for tonight. Awesome stuff. It's really, really cool, and we thank you, and it's free. So it's a great thing for you fine folks to take advantage. Yeah, please, by all means, give it a try.
And we got some viewer feedback from Brian Cooley from the Geo Woodstock Committee.
Hey, Brian.
It says, hi, Andy and Amy, or Amy and Andy more appropriately. Things are getting closer for Geo Woodstock, but I have a favor to ask. When you give your shameless plug about people seeing you at Geo Woodstock, by you, he means him, you can also let them know that registration closes this Sunday at midnight Central Time.
Yep.
This will be their last chance to guarantee receipt of Geo Woodstock swag, shirt, coin, and path tags. We will have some on sale at Ground Zero, but it's first come, first serve. So from Brian Cooley from the Geo Woodstock Committee, this is it. Yep. Sunday at midnight Central Time. This is it. Do your registration.
Yes, and
your stuff.
And the main thing for that. Now, one of the things that you want to keep in mind, and I didn't know it until we actually did the interview with the guys, including Brian, about a month ago with Geo Woodstock, the path tags.
Ew.
Excuse me?
What is wrong with him?
He brought up a spider in the chat room and she reacted. That's how she is with spiders. Anyways, he's just pulling your leg.
There's 7 more to pull off of that thing right there.
I'm not talking about that. Anyways, to focus is the path tags. If you look at the registration packets that you get with that, I think it's only the highest level that you actually get the path tags included in the packet. So double check what you get. You have to buy the path tags, and I think there's 6 of them that you get. You have to buy them separately in the store.
Did we get ours?
We got ours. Our set. We're all fine. We're hunky dory.
No, we know we're registered, but we get? I know. Do we get the coin too?
Yeah, we got the pack. I forget which package we got. We got the package that got the T-shirt, the coin, and a bunch of little goodies with it.
Yeah. Okay.
So we each get that, and then I bought a package. See, husband, wife going to Geo Woodstock. What can I say? We also each got a set of Geo path tags that are going with this as well. That's what happens, folks. So yeah, make sure you get yourself registered. You got till Sunday nights at midnight Central Time. Get yourself registered so that that's done, and that guarantees that you're going to get your goodies and your swag. If you don't, it's a pretty much a crapshoot, and that stuff goes quick. So just saying. Again, thank you to Brian Cooley for all that. All right. Yes, ma'am.
Lisa says, regarding Geo Woodstock, we, Cash Advance, did their Catchkins.
Oh, awesome. The Cashkins are awesome. Yeah. Yes, that also comes along with that.
Yeah.
And that is, yes, awesome stuff. I love the cash skins from Cash Advance. They are fantastically cool, and they're getting more and more unique as time goes on.
Yeah.
So you can get some really cool stuff. So definitely check them out. And we should have a thing on the Sponsors Corner. We got a cool thing. Okay, shameless plug for Cash Advance.
I'm shocked.
They have,
well, at least it's for somebody else.
Yes, Lisa has, which is really cool. The mustache thing is a huge pop culture thing now, the mustache.
Yes.
And she actually has
it's on one of our Cincy things.
Trackable mustaches that you can put on your car in different colors.
Really?
Check out our Sponsors Corner off of geosnippets.com. They're in there, and it takes you right to the page to order from them. So go ahead and check that out. And you're welcome, Lisa. Just saying. Okay, moving on. Each week we're now putting out our GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast Caching Poll of the Week. And this last one is a doozy. Oh, thank you, Dr. D.
I got to do what I got to do.
That's right. And we have this week in our poll.
Power to the co-host.
Thank you, Robin. The question for the poll for this week was, if a log has enough space, how much should a geocacher include in that geocaching log? And I'm going to pull up the poll right now live, what's in there.
Yeah.
And the results are...
You put the one up with the back of my head?
Whatever. Anyways... Focus. I'm going to get her a t-shirt that says focus. Just because. Here's the results. Out of about 70 votes is what we got in on this one. Out of 70 votes, 9% said leave blank, no one cares. We need to talk to these individuals.
Who are you? Email me.
Saying, if you can't write something in a log to acknowledge the person's work of putting a geocache
your
out,
initials, a smiley face, something.
Yeah.
A plus.
Yes. Next up in the ranking was write a bunch, be creative, say thanks, came to 19%, and that's using your bigger logs, your regular size logs. Coming in at 26% said a short paragraph describing my search. Very kind. I think that's awesome. I mean, let's face it, when you put out geocaches, you want to see what the response from people, and in TFTC, come on, and unfortunately, here's our winner, 46%, a single acronym says it all. Now, I read through here, and there are a lot of comments that was placed in this, all right? And at first I went, really? Now, we're talking about the written log here, putting in your name, putting in a little thing, and then sending it on its way. If it's a big enough log and it's a quality logbook, I'm going to put some stuff in it. I'm just saying. But almost half the people out there said a single acronym says it all. What they did say, because there was a huge discussion underneath the comment section, and this is where I get it. And I've never really thought about this way before. The written log, they put in whatever they put in for that. The digital log, or the log that you put when you're actually putting the information into geocaching.com or whatever listing site you're doing, that's where they put the lengthy information in. And I think that's awesome.
So it's not like they're not doing it. They're just choosing to do it in a digital
way
format.
And not in the writing.
Right.
Now,
which I get.
Right. So that I see a lot of. I still think even if you do TFTC and it's an awesome cache in digital,
that's terrible.
You're messing with things.
And you need to at least sign your name or do something.
By the way, good job. Something, something to acknowledge the work and the effort.
In the log.
Right.
You have to do something in the log or you just didn't do it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But if it's a great cache, don't do TFTC. Come on.
Or leave it blank. Really?
Really? really?
Yeah.
Found it? Yay. Well, good for you.
So anyways, we do this. We're going to be doing this each week, and we're getting some really good results. And thank you so much. We're doing it through Google Plus, and just getting some fantastic responses with this from a whole lot of people. Thank you so much for doing that. And we've got a new one that'll be out next week.
We'll have another one.
Okay, that's good. And if you want to participate still with this one, we keep them running. We will have the link to this particular poll in the show notes. Just click on it and put in your opinion with that, and that will add to it, and they will go on ad infinitum. And we'll check on them every once in a while to see how they go. All right, awesome stuff. Time to move on. Tonight's episode is brought to you in part by cash-advance.com for all your geocaching needs. Cash-advance.com. Go find it.
And also by coinsandpins.com, the best place to get custom coins, geocoins, lapel pins, and patches made. Go through our GeoSnippits links and use the promo code HeadHardHat for a 10% discount. And FYI for our listeners, you can sign up for their newsletter to get notified of when new coins and patches are available for sale. We're also very thankful to all of our sponsors, and if you want to see more of their products, be sure to go to our GeoSnippits websites and simply click on their logos. Not only do you get great deals, but it helps our program as well.
Yeah, that's one thing all the sponsors tell us. And the main three, one, of course, is GX Proxy, coinsandpins.com, and cashadvance.com. All of them tell the same thing. They find out how many clicks go to them from GeoSnippets. So they get an idea of how much the viewership goes that way. If you click on Cash-Advance's logo before you go buy something, there's an affiliate program. We actually get a little bit back from that. You know, it's not a lot, but it's every penny helps keep the lights on, and we appreciate it. So anytime you go out and then purchase stuff, click on the logos from, even if it's just to go check stuff out, go check out the sponsors that way. And they notice, they really notice. And we get reports from them every once in a while, and it's really cool. We thank you for that as well. All right, let's move on. Yeehaw! Yep. Family geocaching tips, GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast, episode 110. Just a quick note, I thought this was really cool on Facebook. I have been waiting for bit strips. Bit strips is this little cartoon that you can create your own avatar and actually share with another person. With
you can share with more than just me,
right? You can share with other people. We had bit strips. Yeah, we do bit strips all the time with just different situations. You can do it for anything you pretty much can think of. One of the ones that I've been waiting for is to have a bit strip that they make that deals with somebody in a podcast, where a person, one of the characters,
I saw that today,
actually has a microphone in front of them and wearing the ear things. They had it out today. So if you look at my Facebook, you'll actually see me going, yeehaw, yep.
Yeah.
So I thought that was awesome. And
I'm surprised you didn't
cool.
change it as your profile picture.
I'm working on it. We'll see what happens. So yeah, as a matter of fact, you'll see what's important about bit strips in a little bit when we talk about the path tags, which we're in. Yeah. So anyways, moving on, family geocaching tips. This comes thanks to a viewer suggestion. Daniel from Team Pugach sent in an email earlier in the week and said, hey, you know what? Would you mind doing a show about family geocaching? And we haven't done one since like one of the early ones from GeoSnippits Reboot. So it's been almost 2 years.
Yeah, and I don't remember that one.
Yeah, so. It was back with the Bear days.
Yeah, that's
and so
PA.
Yeah, it is pre-Amy. So I'm glad you said PA or BA. One of the two. I wouldn't have gotten it. So I got the reference. Anyways, I thought it was an excellent idea. And thank you, Dano, for sending that in. So what we have here, I wanted to do more than just give you the standard stuff, you know, how to be prepared and all the rest of that. Some ideas that you can actually try. Now, what we would love to have from you folks is in the chat room or in the question and answer, if you would be so kind, is to put in some of your suggestions as far as what you do when you go with the family, when you go geocaching, some of the things that work, some of the things that haven't worked, and we will incorporate that either in the chat room or through the question and answer. And we've already started to get some in already to incorporate into the show, because this is something everybody, for the most part, at one point or another, goes out geocaching with the family. I have some very, very fond memories with my nephews going out geocaching. I made a GeoSnippet back in like 2009 or 2010. They were like little squirts. These guys are in college now, you know, and it was funny because I put the picture out with that earlier in the week, asking again people to send in suggestions, and my nephews chimed in and said, I remember this. You make the memories. And that's the whole point of this, is making memories, making the adventure, so that when they're older and they don't want to have anything to do with geocaching right now, because there's guys
or
there's
you
girls,
because you're embarrassed,
you're a parent who icky, you know, that
or you're not the cool aunt or uncle anymore.
Right. So if you want to do this, this is a great time to do this, because right now with my nephew and my niece, who are my nephew's 2 going on 3, and we're just aching to take him out geocaching, and she's still just a 3. Oh God, here we go. So yes, it's cool to have prepared ideas to go out for geocaching trips.
Somebody says always carry swag for the kids to trade.
Oh yeah, that's a huge
so
thing.
They can learn, you know,
trading
if you want
equal
something,
or better
you
value.
have to give something up.
Yes, absolutely.
So yeah, that's gonna be hard for Grace.
Yeah, who suggested that one?
Dana.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're getting a bunch of stuff coming into the question and answer area as well, and we'll get to that as we go through it, as we read up on here. All right, so let's just start with getting the kids or the whole family out of the house for a while. That is the main thing.
That is the whole point.
I will tell you,
out of front of the TV.
Yeah, there's been emails that I have received over the years, especially for the GeoSnippits videos. Back when I have been told several times, my videos, and I'm not trying to put myself on a pedestal, I'm just saying what they said. Don't give me that look.
Really?
My videos have literally saved marriages. My videos have brought families together, because the concept of, hey, here's this commonality, let's go try doing this activity where you go find stuff, and then the competition kicks in of who can find it and all that. There have been many times that I've been told by many different people, this gets the people out of the house. It gets the kids away from the boob tube. It gets them out doing things where they're not just playing video games. It's a family activity, and I absolutely agree with it. It is absolutely a necessity to do things like that. We love it. You know, we were talking earlier, we play Ingress and a couple of things. You know, it's fun. But we always want to go back to geocaching because it excites us, and it's something that we can do together.
And it takes you places that you wouldn't normally go, and you get to see stuff and do things, you know.
So that's all part of it. So that's why we ended up doing this. So getting the kids or the whole family out of the house for a while. What do you want to accomplish with this? It's more than just let's go find some geocaches. It's got to be, because you need something to keep it interesting for the kids, more than just finding the swag. So there's things that you want to do. You want to build up the stories. You want to build up the experiences when you go out. I keep going back to the GeoSnippets I did with my nephews. The looks on their faces when they were able to figure out, this is how I need to find a particular type of geocache, and they start seeing all the creativity that's involved with that. They exploded with it. They absolutely loved going out and going geocaching, and the stories after years later, just in an afternoon or 2 or 3, add up. With Amy and myself, when we go out together, we've got all these stories of things that we have had with us when we go out geocaching. So the idea is to document this through pictures, through words, through all the social media stuff that is available to us now, that you can go through and make these stories. Google Plus has a thing that is in it, and Facebook has this now too, where if you take 10, 15 pictures that you have taken for that afternoon or day, and you send it up and upload it into Google Plus or into Facebook, it'll make a little storybook where you can actually add more information to it. and it's lightly animated, and it's got maps and it's got all this cool stuff. You almost don't have to do a whole lot of work, and you've got these mini storybooks, and then you can share them.
Plus, my biggest positive for all of this is it's almost free.
It is. It really is. There's no cost through it at all. Digital film costs nothing.
I mean, literally the only cost to this whole thing is
the internet,
gas,
and the gas. Yeah. I mean, and that's the beauty of geocaching as
itself is there's really no cost.
Yeah, you go out with the trip.
Right. I mean, if you're going to go out anyway and run errands,
go for it. Yeah. And when you're going to take the family with you, why not make it an experience?
Yes.
Why not make it an adventure?
Yeah.
And that's, I think a lot of times, depending on how old your kids are and where they are as far as how interested they are in geocaching, obviously you're going to get, if you've got a bunch of kids, you're going to get different attitudes from different ages and go that way. But the idea is, if you can get them all, with a theme, an adventure thought, a way of making it so that you can build up while you're doing this. And there's ways of doing this with geocaching that it makes it interesting to them, and you kick in that competitive gene. Oh man, now
you're making them think too.
Yes, absolutely.
And they're learning stuff, and they're not sitting in front of a television or
zombitized
or video game just doing nothing.
Yeah, and let's face it, I'll tell you what, you learn a lot of stuff if you're out in the woods. You learn things.
Yeah.
And good, bad, and indifferent, what the right things are, the wrong things are, what things you should touch, what things you don't touch. All that stuff is all learning experience that they're going to teach their kids someday.
And our nephew loves to be outside. There is nothing. I mean, the boy hates to be inside more than anything else. He doesn't care if it's raining, snowing. it just does not matter to him. He's like outside.
Yep.
And he's gonna. And I told my sister-in-law, I said, how do you feel about us taking him off? And I was trying to explain it. She's like, no, it's fine. I'm like, do you want to hear the rest of it? She's like, nope. All right. Well, we'll just take him and bring him back sometime. She said, okay.
Yep. That's
like, okay.
Yeah. So
he's going to love it. Yeah. He's going to absolutely love it.
Yeah. So let's go over once I get out of puberty. Let's go over some of the preparation things that you're going to want to consider. And we're getting some of the stuff in the chat room.
Yeah, they're getting ahead of us. Which is fun.
Which is great. And that's why we love them. Have them there. They got our backs. Snacks is definitely a big thing. Yeah. Water, hydration, fruit boxes, anything that the kids
especially with
are going to get that juice and get a little bit of sugar, a little bit of protein, and a lot of water. Toilet paper is huge. For that, but some of the things that you want to do is make the adventure happen. So what I mean by that is send some, create some fun objectives. A lot of times, if you do things in preparation of the different type of geocaches you're going to want to find, you can do things like build up to maybe geocaches that have more and more favor points, things that are really going to have a wow factor as you build up through the day and go in that way. Make challenging ones where they have to actually give them a puzzle. Or something part of the puzzle and let them figure part of that out so that they've got to
help them figure it out.
You make them feel like it's a part of it.
Yeah.
Don't give them an algebraic math question and expect them to figure it out, but help them
if it's
feel a part of that.
I've got one ear that's not working.
I'm sorry.
But if it's, you've got a whole bunch of eggs that are in one package, well, if it's not in this one, which one do you think it's in?
Right.
That type of thing. Shake it. Is it in here? Or, that type of thing.
Yeah. But let them participate. Let them help figure it out. That gets them involved and interested. And it's more than, there's an ammo box. Let's go find it. So that's awesome. Set some fun objectives. Make it a theme kind of thing.
And take lots and lots of pictures.
Tons of pictures.
And
you
videos.
can't get enough.
And Dana was saying that his 4-year-old he wants videos of him opening the cache.
Oh, absolutely.
So he has to take videos.
Again,
those are
memories. Yeah, that's memories not only for them, it's memories for you. Yeah,
yep.
Absolutely. But set those fun goals. Make it into an adventure more than just having, not having to, but just going out and finding geocaches. Make it into, hey, we're pirates today. Arr, let's go find us some booty. I mean, let's go and have fun.
It's gonna have a great time.
Yeah, we're gonna have an awesome time. Build it into a crescendo. So it's one of those things where
dress up as Pirate Day. It's Pirate Geocaching Day.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll be the first one out there with an eye patch. I'm just saying.
I know you will.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna drive the ship.
Yeah, there you go. Create the story. That's the whole point with that. Some of the things that you want to choose as far as geocaching places. This is an old DeBearism that I thought is very fitting. Something to consider when you're out geocaching. Parks are good places. Sides of highways are not.
No, they are not.
You need to consider the safety factor when it comes of the environment of which you're going in. If you're going into the woods, there's a difference between going into a nature, environment and a park. There are things that you have to be aware of both, but there's things that may not be as prominent as far as snakes, bugs, spiders, things like that in certain areas. If you're in an urban area, things that you need to teach the family as you're out doing this stuff to be, cognizant of as you're doing things. It's a learning advantage that you can teach to people no matter where you go. And they're going to learn this stuff. And a lot of it, you set that seed in their head. They're going to remember it later on in life. And that's awesome.
Okay. I got a plug.
Okay.
It's not for me.
All right.
It never is for me. It is for, and if she's at home, she may squeal.
Okay.
For Mafia Princess.
Yes.
She, when she got older, they let her hide her own cache.
Oh yeah.
Her first cache.
Yep.
Well, what she did is she wrote a story about it. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And it eventually turned into a Where I Go with stages.
Ooh, awesome.
I know. And it's very cool. She loves it when people find it and write a very, very detailed page. And
awesome. Way to go, Mafia Princess.
Yeah. So she's actually done a Where I Go.
Yeah, that is awesome. That is great stuff.
Yeah.
Another thing that is going to interest kids that is huge, and I don't even have it in my show notes, it just popped in my head. Travel bugs.
Oh, my
Lord! If you have
yes.
travel bugs, we've got Von Pitterpat.
Oh, bless his heart.
Yep.
Is he still traveling?
Still traveling around. This penguin has been in Leave No Trace magazine.
She doesn't even think about him anymore, does she?
Probably not. It's been to the North Pole. It's been to the South Pole. It's been all over the place. The military has had it for a long time. It has got thousands and thousands of miles. It's been all around the world. And these kids love watching as it goes from place to place around the world. Travel bugs are awesome when it comes for kids. You just got to tell them sometimes they go away.
Yes.
So they don't get permanently attached to it, but it's part of life. Things, you enjoy the adventure while you have it. And that's what I usually try to stress that. So yes, camping weekends. This is another one. Go to a natural park. If you go to Mount Vernon, or some of the other natural parks that are out there where you can't actually have geocaches in the park itself. I think you might have an earth cache or two, but you can't have physical caches in the national parks. Look around them. If you look around a lot of the natural parks, there are thousands of geocaches that you can spend a whole weekend looking for around those, or any place. Check them out. There's tons of place to go. But again, a camping weekend for the family is awesome.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure,
totally.
Yeah, camping in and of itself is good because I love camping. I used to do it all the time with my dad and my brother. We used to go every year.
Yes.
And we stopped for some reason. I don't know why, but anyway, we did. And I would love to start doing it again.
Oh, I love camping. I grew up camping.
So
yeah, I've done every kind of camping. I've woken up in 4 inches of water in my sleeping bag.
Yes, I have actually apparently sat up in bed or moved my hand or something to where I touched the top of the tent, so I was dripped on in the morning. So you don't want to do that. But,
yeah. But anyways,
yeah.
camping and geocaching go to like peas and carrots.
I didn't know about geocaching at the time.
Yep. Choosing family style geocaches. Now, this is some of the hints you want to keep, especially if you have younger kids.
Yes.
In a case like this, what you want to shoot for are the larger containers. I would shoot for regulars. Smalls are good, but regulars usually you get a good chance of a nice size.
Especially if they're younger children.
Yeah, you got a better chance of lock and locks and ammo boxes.
Yeah, so they can
for stuff like that. So large and regular.
It may have been Dano. He said that he doesn't find it first, even if he finds it.
Right, exactly. Let the kids do it.
Hot, cold, that type of thing. They play that game.
Oh yeah,
and lets him find
Plus, it helps them tune in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and he gets to do that. So, yeah.
Yeah. So that's definitely a lot to do for that as well.
I want to know why you're in 4 inches of water.
Basically, what happened is the state park that we were in, we were tent camping. And literally, what ended up happening, that one I got smart. I was sleeping on a cot stand with my sleeping bag. But when you kind of go over and it's in the middle of the night and you go to stand up and there's 4 inches of water underneath, it happens. Tent camping, you learn this stuff about how it goes.
I've never, all the years that I was tent camping, never woken up in 4 inches of water.
It can happen. I'm telling you, if you're not careful and you're not sure, believe me, you get enough rain. Anyways, so larger containers, regular and large are awesome. Smalls are good. I mean, if you have the choice with it, but for little kids, the larger containers are better. Lower difficulty in terrain.
Oh, of course.
Whatever the kids can handle in a case like that. And again, I remember growing up with my dad. This is way before geocaching, but we did a lot of camping in Upper Michigan, and you need to learn. This is a bear track, this is a pygmy rattlesnake. This is, different things that you need to be aware of, so that you don't touch you and get hurt. It's a great
my dad
experience.
just told me to stay away from everything.
Yeah. Well, my dad said, learn, respect, and
we had to respect
touch.
Everything and just stay away from it.
Yes. So that's okay. That's the main thing.
So now I'll send you in first.
Yes. And teaching the kids you're in their house.
Oh, exactly.
And the respect. That's a huge thing. And again, this is stuff that goes on and plants the seed. So when they grow older and they have their kids, they're going to be teaching them this stuff. The other ones that you want to do is found recently. So that way, that those particular geocaches are still there, or a higher probability that they're still there.
And their favorite points. The higher the favorite points.
Awesome stuff. Yeah, the higher the favorite points, the more interesting it is. And
now, by that, we don't mean go out to West Virginia and find who's geocaches.
Why not?
For younger kids.
Well, some of them are made for it. Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean. Yeah, so obviously, if you've got something that's a higher difficulty, this is something that you got to help the kids along with that. Explain to them why you don't want to break this, and why you want to take care of the geocache. Actually, that's a perfect example of teaching kids. This is somebody else's property. Yeah, respect it, enjoy it, don't break it, and put it back way that you found it. Yeah. So excellent stuff. But yeah, that's different type of family style geocaches that you would want to shoot for something like this. Gadget caches, I think GeoTrails also are absolutely fantastic for stuff like this. A lot of them have a lot of history based behind them. The ones that we're doing right now for the North Carolina Civil War GeoTrail.
For the older kids,
Oh my gosh, it's awesome.
The school age ones,
Walking around battlefields or coming to cemeteries or a lot of the other things that deal with the Civil War. When you read in the history books about Sherman, or you read books about Johnston and Lee and all the other things that deal with the Civil War, and to actually this is the spot that this particular thing happened is awesome. So yes, history is huge for stuff like that. GeoTrails are great when it comes to things like that. Gadget caches, oh my God, I think that would actually bring out the science geek in just about any kid for a lot of that stuff.
Sure, a lot of them you might have to, depending on the age, have to help them.
Oh, absolutely.
But Absolutely. Yeah.
Getting ready for the trip itself. Here comes all the stuff that we're getting a lot of things in the chat room farm. Pack especially for kids, but adults as well. Get those snacks packed. A lot of things that you can keep dry, high protein, some carbs. Your water is perfect. Love water. You want to stay away from the juices and the other sugary stuff as much as you can, because a lot of those will dehydrate and not hydrate. So you want to, good old fashioned water is best. But give the variety best for what you want for your kids. But the main thing is to make sure that they are hydrated at all times for stuff like that. And definitely, if you're going to do the trails, make sure you have enough for everybody while you're out on the trails. For those with young kids, extra diapers,
and lots of wipes.
Lots of wipes.
The wipes are not just for the diapers; they can be also used for hands and faces and all kinds of other things as well.
When you hear the words "daddy," "icky," you know that it's wipe time.
What's on my hand? I don't know. Just get it off. Yeah.
The other thing you want to keep in mind too is things like sunblock, bug spray.
Big time.
Yeah. Now, sunblock's awesome, and actually even for your animals, you want to consider that as well. Bug spray DEET is the thing that you're going to need to be concerned about, and the quantity and percentage of the DEET in the product of what you're using, especially with little kids. The higher the DEET percentage, if they get it in their eyes, can cause permanent damage, and you don't want to spend the next day in emergency where you could be out geocaching. So
if little kids also get tired quicker, this is a suggestion to bring a stroller if you're on a paved or hard packed trail.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
absolutely, because after a while that stuff gets heavy.
Yeah, and you hear, "Daddy, I'm tired."
Yep. Yeah, you get a lot of that too.
And then you're going to be tired carrying a little one all the way back to the car.
That's what wagons are for. So I'm just saying, wagons are awesome if you're out on the trails.
Wagon's a good idea too. Yeah,
absolutely. I've seen a lot of people use them. That's why I know.
Yeah, Grayson's got one.
Yep. One of the things that Dane put in the question and answer section is pay the kids $1 or cash they find bounty.
That's a good
I think that's
idea.
Interesting. You could really now see you can tie that into too is swag. If you find it, you get to have this swag to trade for something else. That kind of stuff. But it's a great idea. I love the bounty idea that you could come up.
That could be for Pirate Day or something.
Pirate Day, yeah. Get a gold coin for each one you get or something. Yeah. That would be awesome. Yeah, thanks, Dane. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yep. We got. Let's see. So yeah, those are the main things that you want to keep. Clothes, extra clothes is a huge thing for stuff like that. Family things to do, points of interest along the way. If you're on a trip and you're heading towards an area that's highly saturated or more heavily saturated with geocaches, but you've got stuff along the way, it's cool to hit those spots too. Now there is a trick, and I remember Dave actually putting this into the notes one time. Playgrounds. Now, the thing that you want to do is the playground after the geocaching hunt, not before. Because if you get them on the swings, they're too tired and they're interested in the swings and all the other stuff with the playground. You'll never get them to the geocaches.
Right.
So you time it right.
Geocache first, playground later.
Yes. Right. So that way it's kind of a reward or a treat for them for geocaching.
And minimize your electronic stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
Because that's not the point of the trip.
Yeah. If they want to bring the 7 devices with them on the trip on getting there, try to get it so that they're more open up. Do you remember the old games that we used to do? Drove our parents nuts, I know, and I've been in it. I've been on both sides of it when it goes to being out on the trip. But the idea is, getting their heads out of the electronics.
Yeah, that's the point of the whole trip.
Yeah. So, yes, that's all part of the fun with that. Let's see.
First aid.
Actually, another thing before that, some of the things that was brought up before, individual swag bags is huge. If you have for the kids. I know for Miss Eunice, for me, when she first started getting into geocaching, she had to have her own swag bag with her own personal stuff that she wanted to trade with, because this was very important. And for a lot of the kids, it's the same way. Here's my stuff. I want to trade this for that. And there is a whole process involved between you know, this is important to me and I'm trading this for that. And there's a very personal thing going on. If kids have individual swag bags, they've got it right there. It eliminates the arguing, the fighting, whatever. This is what you have. Trade for that and go for that. That's huge. And dollar store stuff, you can go to the dollar store and buy 20 items for $20, and they're done for 3 or 4 kids for the day. For going out and doing something like that. So good stuff. And yes, Miss Amy is quite right. The one of the more important things is first aid. Be prepared. We just did a show last night on the Geocaching podcast about different things that you want to have in your first aid kit and the different size kits, and they are so inexpensive nowadays. You can get a decent first aid kit. Well, at the dollar store for the Band-Aids, you can get them for $1, but going to Walmart or some of the other area drugstores, things like that, or department stores, you can get a decent first aid kit for $10-15. And it's going to cover 99% of most of the things that you're going to run across. So being prepared. And the one thing that Don, that was our special guest on the show last night, said the most important thing is you can have a $4,000 first aid kit. It is absolutely useless to you if you don't pack it with you. So make sure you pack it up with that. Let's see.
And get them their own caching bag.
Oh yeah, get them a pack. It's awesome
with their own stuff in it.
Yep. And Caching Carolina set that in. Thank you so much, sir. And the so yeah, it was.
I wondered if you were going to do it.
I caught that. So yeah, it's very important that you have it with you and go with that. And okay. And the main thing is factor in where you're going when you do this. All right. A lot of this other stuff that we have in here, we've really already talked about with here. But the main thing that you want to do to keep it interesting, find those historic sites. Find those informational areas that you can have points of interest that go into there. Scenic sites are awesome. Could be waterfalls, could be trees, could be anything that's going on out there. Make it fun. Make it so that you can do travel bug hunting. I mean, if you find a travel bug in an ammo box or in a lock and lock, that is awesome stuff. Teach them about travel bugs and how they can track them and follow them as they move along from one geocache to the next. As Miss Amy said, documenting your trip with photos, telling a story that lasts a lifetime. It's awesome, and you don't really realize till you go back and actually start going through the old ones and remembering. And it's amazing how it brings those memories back when you do it that. All right. I think we've got most of that's on here. The rest of it, you really want to, the one thing that I remember Dave mentioning way back when, because his little ones back then were little, just remember.
They're not
so little
now.
anymore. They're not, but they're not little
They're
anymore.
not little anymore.
One thing that you want to remember is that if you've got very small kids and you're walking around in the woods, remember things that are knee high for you, are eye high for them. So that if you're going through brambles, briars, weeds, things, they're going through something a lot more than what you're experiencing. So keep that in mind with very, very short kids, and go from there. And that's pretty much it that we have for there. If you've got more suggestions, please let us know and send them into gsreboot@gmail.com and just let us know. We'll add them in for a future show. All right, good stuff. I think it's time to move on.
Your support helps keep all the GeoSnippits Reboot shows running along. Please consider making a PayPal donation through the link on our website to support our efforts and your ongoing entertainment. From all of us at GeoSnippits, we thank you.
Absolutely. And we didn't show this yet in the actual show. We showed it in the pre-show. We have them now, and they are available, and they are being shipped. This is the patron path tag. And we're showing it in the video right now. They are available. If you are already a patron and you've been waiting for these little beauties, send us. You should have received an email from me. Send us your address. We will get the path tag out for you. And also that goes with it, which also came at the same time, is the for 2015 is our yearly, starting the tradition now, Team Hard Hat path tag. And it's got actually the bit strip of Amanda from Amy and myself.
It's either the dog or his child.
Yeah.
It's never me.
The brain's going. I can't help it. But anyways, it's the bit strip of my delightful wife and myself for 2015.
What's her name?
Yeah, what's her name? from Team Hard Hat. Yeah. Thank God she loves me because, man, I'll tell you.
He usually looks at me and says, "Hey, Emmy." I'm like, dude, that's the dog. He's like,
but we digress.
You know what I mean.
If you're interested in becoming a patron and literally helping keep the show going and becoming a contributing member of
society
and the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast universe, please consider it. Go to any one of our GeoSnippet sites or HeadHardHat production sites. Click on the "I want to become a patron" logo, and it'll take you to the page, and choose up on that where the new path tags are on. We have nested rewards, and you get all sorts of goodies when you do this. And for something as simple as $1 a week, literally helps keep the show going. And we greatly appreciate all our patrons. And we're going to have some contests and some other things coming up special for the patrons and for you also, our fine viewers and watchers and listeners. So thank you so much for being a patron. We
Isn't viewers and watchers the same thing?
Shh, I'm moving. All right. We're going to move on now. You weren't supposed to catch that. All right.
I'm slick.
Yes, GeoSnippits. Please move on. GeoSnippits, Geocaching Cash Dash. We love doing this. We do this each and every week. And thank God we do, because it's a lot of fun, and the viewers love it, and we absolutely have a great time.
It's my release.
It is. Yeah, something like that. So for episode 109 last week, because you know what happens? I didn't even tell you. The GeoSnippits Geocaching Cash Stash, what happens is we have some of the best.
What happened was
we got a whole bunch of companies out there that want to tell you fine folks about the products they provide. So they send them to us, and we turn them into prizes and give them off to you in each and every week. That's the GeoSnippits Geocaching Cash Dash. And last week was episode 109. And Miss Amy, why don't you tell them what the prize is? Because it's a good one.
It is a good one. It's from GX Proxy, and it is the Pica Geocoin.
This is a beauty. This is wonderful.
It really is pretty.
It's got gemstones in it. It's got a copper and black base to it. Beautifully done. And a whole legend. We've got a card that goes with it. And you get a GX Proxy coin that matches with this. So you keep this in your collection.
Yep.
This goes out into as a travel bug someplace, and go check out the wild. And it's awesome. You get both coins. That is the prize for 109. What was the question?
Question was, the pica bird is also referred to with another more commonly known bird. What is the more commonly known bird?
Yes.
And the answer is the magpie.
Yes, the pica is one of those type birds, and it's the whole behind the legend. Matter of fact, you'll get the legend that goes with this from GX Proxy. But the idea is the magpie is known for picking up all sorts of little odds and ends and knick-knack stuff, anything that's shiny, and goes and stores it someplace. And that's part of the legend with the magpie, and that's all what you get with this particular one. So the way this works is we have a list of all the correct answers that we have for episode 109 that were sent in to us. And we also have the random number generator. Now, the random number generator goes with the number between 1 and the total number of correct answers that we have sent in to us. And after I push the button, it gives a number. Now, normally, it's not 4. It's 4.
Oh, today. Shut up. Is it really?
Yep.
It is.
So you already know right here, the random number today is 4, boys and girls. So the way this works is, if Miss Amy flips her magic geocoin
that you hid from me,
that I did not hide from you, that you had placed over on the side. Anyways, if it's heads, we count down 4 from the top of the top of the list, and that is our winner. If it's tails, Almost lost it. We'll count 4 from the bottom of the list up, and that will be the winner for that one. So, Miss Amy, are we going top down or bottom up?
Tails.
All right, Bob, thanks. Bottom up. All right, let me get down here.
Everybody's like, woo, it's 4.
Okay, so our winner, yes. And I'm going to mark it here. And let's make sure it's right. I'm using Lollipoop on my thing here. All right, commonly known as a magpie. And the winner is, and I'm going to spell this because I'll butcher this.
Okay, let me look at it.
All right, I'm going to put it right here so you can type it. It's Arcadio Cuevas. Arcadio Cuevas. Now, Arcadio, if you, and I'm going to spell this just in case I butchered it. It's Arcadio, which I'm assuming is Arcadio. Cuevas is Cuevas. And you are our winner for episode 109. Arcadio, do us a favor. Send us your address, and we will make sure that we send out that beautiful Pica Geocoin, and the proxy coin goes out to you as well. Just send us the address, and we will get that to you. Again, correct. Congratulations to Arcadio Cuevas. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think you butchered that.
I probably did, but that's me. So yeah, awesome stuff. Congratulations. All right, let's go now to be eligible, because you're like, wait a minute, they're giving away Geocoins.
Hey, look.
What's that? I don't know what you're talking about.
Look at Caching Carolina.
Oh, that's Caching Carolina. Fantastic, sir. If that's you, congratulations. Congratulations for winning. Excellent. And you can tell me later on, since I called you a lady last time, how bad I butchered your name, because that's me. So, that's all the fun of live video.
Not only did you call him a lady, you butchered his name.
Yeah. So please help me with the pronunciation, and I'll get that in. So anyways, you're going, wait a minute, they're giving away all this cool stuff. I want to get in on this. And let's face it, you can't win it if you don't play. So to be eligible to win a prize from the Cash Stash, all you have to do is send in your correct answer for that week. For this week, it must be in by 12 noon Eastern time, Wednesday, April 29th. So next Wednesday, April 29, 2015. Email your answers to GSReboot, that's GSREBOOT at gmail.com. GSReboot at gmail.com. Subject line Q1, episode 110, which is this week's show. So subject Q1 for question 1, episode 110. All correct answers will be put in a drawing just like you saw, and we will have our winner each and every week. Now, some weeks for the people in the live chat room, we have a second prize that we give away for the folks right then, right there. Sorry, folks, not tonight, but we are definitely going to have it next week because that's the last week of the month. We do it at least once a month. So absolutely guaranteed next week you're going to want to be here for the live show, and we will be giving away a fantastic prize to somebody in our live audience next week, guaranteed. We'll be there. All right, now for episode 110 this week, Miss Amy, what is the prize?
The prize is from GX Proxy is the LED hook flashlight.
Yeah, these are awesome. This is
purple. How bad could that be?
Yeah, this one's an awesome purple flashlight. It's got 3 different settings. It's all LED, and I'll tell you what, these things light up the day, or the night, I should say. Light up the day. That's
I was going to say,
bright.
that's pretty ineffective.
Yeah, I'm thinking. You like these. They're awesome. They're great flashlights. I keep one of these in my car at all times because they are that good.
Okay, the question is, you call him Rico.
Oh, okay.
Keep up.
I'm sorry.
For the question is,
I'm trying to do the show. I don't have time to read the chat room. That's your job.
I was.
Okay.
The question is, if you no longer want a geocache to be brought up in your listings, what feature do you need to invoke to cause this to happen?
Okay, one more time.
If you no longer want a geocache to be brought up in your listings, what feature do you need to invoke to cause this to happen?
Absolutely. Because you get those every once in a while. You got a geocache that always shows up in your listings or your pocket query, and you don't want it to because whatever reason, it hasn't been maintenance, any of those type things. And you just don't want it there. there's a thing that you can do to cause that to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And we're wanting to know what that's called.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Excellent. We will do that next week.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's wrap this puppy up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we hope you enjoyed tonight's show, and gets you that spark to get the family out, and just even for an afternoon to enjoy going out together as a group and do geocaching, or go as far as making out an entire adventure than a vacation. It's an awesome way to go, and there's a million possibilities of things that you can do with that. Let us know what you think about the show. Let us know if you have any other suggestions that you would like to have included with the show. Just send it to gsreboot@gmail.com. We ask you, please, please, please become a patron of the show. Become a contributing factor. If you're getting any value out of the show between Miss Amy and I, besides us trying to heckle each other as we do this fun stuff, if you get some golden nuggets out of the shows, send us some a little bit of money and get some rewards out of it as well by becoming a patron. We greatly, greatly appreciate it. And we've got some cool stuff coming up in the next year for our patrons as well.
That only he knows about.
Yeah, she doesn't do the meetings. And finally, tell other geocachers about the show, because the more the merrier, the bigger the universe, the better it is. And we love having, especially a lot of newer geocachers, because we are kind of tutorial based, to come and learn how to geocache correctly. And that's all good for everybody, and you know what I mean. So awesome, awesome stuff. All right, Miss Amy, go ahead and close this out. As she clicks.
Sorry. Want to thank our sponsors, cash-events.com and coinsandpins.com. Want to thank Andy HeadHardHat Smith, and thanks everyone watching in the chat room. Well, please keep those comments coming in, and we'll see y'all next time.
Absolutely. Want to thank the wonderful, the delightful, the DeWitty wife, Amy, for everything that she does. We greatly appreciate it. And you know what? The show just isn't the same without her. So, you know what? Even though I get poked, even though I get prodded, even though I get pinched, I love having this lovely lady next to me. It's awesome. Thank you, darling. All right. We got some cool upcoming shows coming up. We have been talking to the geocaching vlogger, and we have also been calling to the GC docs. So hopefully Joshua and Justin will be showing up in a future episode, hopefully within the next few weeks. I've been waiting for some confirmation. We'll find out from those fine folks, and we're going to get them on as special guests as well. So stay tuned for that, and we will see you fine folks next week, Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, for another spine-tingling episode of the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. And as we like to say, just like in my bit strip today, see you out on the trails, folks. Bye-bye. Please be sure to join us each and every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time for another episode of the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast, right here on the GeoSnippits website at www.geosnippits.com. The video version of our show is available on YouTube, and the audio version is available on iTunes, Stitcher, Blueberry, the Tech Podcast Network, and many of your favorite podcatchers. We love hearing from our viewers and listeners, so please leave your feedback by emailing us at gsreboot@gmail.com, visit us through our social media sites, or contact us via our voicemail line at 919-341-9519, or use our website Send Voicemail tab. GeoSnippits Reboot is a HeadHardHat production and is produced by Amy and Andy Smith. This show is copyright 2015 by Andrew T. Smith. All rights reserved. And clear. Good show.
Yeah.
I had a little tickle on my throat at the very end. It's like, I gotta make it. Good stuff. Lots of good help from the folks in the chat room and through the question and answer. Thank you so much. By the way, Dane, you were talking before about the discussion with the challenge geocaches. We are going to devote an entire show to the challenge geocache phenomenon that's going on right now in Geocaching Podcast next week. So that's going to be going on. So yes, check that out. And I got Dr. D's twin here. Wow. So have a great one, folks. Have a safe one. And we will be discussing all sorts of other geocaching insights coming up in future shows. Geo Woodstock coming right around the corner, so this is going to be rocking.
Phenomena.
Oh, boy.
Phenomena.
And I get to live with this lovely lady. I'm just saying. All right, folks. With that going, have a great one. Have a safe one. And we will see you next week on the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. In the heart of Texas. Bye-bye, folks.